It was a little bit of a crazy thing. My computer's being weird, so I had to run and get my old computer. So here I am. Okay, so, and I kind of out of breath because I had to run around. So, yes, I'm just a bit late, Mama Jen. Sorry. I just had a computer issue. Okay. So, I guess we can start. And if you're new, I usually I name checks at the end. I welcome everyone, but I usually do specific names at the end. So if you want to stick around for that, you can. Otherwise, I just get started and we go right into answering your political questions and current event questions and jump right in. Thank you, Tanari. I didn't have to do anything. Okay. All right, guys. And now the Jack Smith Hour. All right. Everybody has questions about Jack Smith. Okay. Let me just pull that down just a little bit. Okay, here we go. All right. Will Jack Smith delay any indictments after December 6th Georgia runoff, or will that matter? It seems he has a green light to go whenever he's ready. Yeah, I feel like that it doesn't. Thank you, Patty. To me, it feels just like that. Like that, it doesn't have a bearing on it. I guess that's the question. I've always seen him go with the Mar-a-Lago documents case in January or February. That's what it felt like to me. That's just what it's felt like to me, is that he's going to go with that in January or February. And so that's what I got. Yes, I'm ready for the promised shock and awe as well, Dawn. Although this week has been pretty darn shocking and awing, if you ask me. It's been pretty great. Will Trump face repercussions for trying to dox Jack Smith's wife? No, but I feel like his I feel like his attorneys are telling him not to do stuff like that. Not that that's going to do any good, but I am feeling like they're saying that's not a good idea. Don't do that. But we know how he listens. So he's a child. And so, but I'm not seeing any kind of like repercussions. It's just him being a jerk. But I do feel like his legal team is like, that's not a smart thing to do. That's not a good idea. Yeah. So there you go. Will Jack Smith's investigation touch upon Michael Flynn and his brother around January 6th? Yeah. So Michael Flynn's going to be pulled into this. To me, it feels like no matter what. I always saw him around the documents case for some reason, so I don't know if he may come up in that. I also am seeing Roger Stone as well. There's a lot. Actually, there's a lot. I feel like there's going to be people in Congress. When we're talking about January 6th, those things, I feel like it's a lot. So before I was told it would be over 10 people, but now I'm hearing 22 for some reason. Yeah, I'm getting the number 22 around January 6th. And these feel like all people like in that circle, in like Trump's circle. So yeah, for some reason I'm getting the number 22. Everyone's like, yay, 22, yay. I mean, over 10 was good too. I was happy with that, but 22 would be, but for some reason I'm getting number 22 now. Maybe it's just because he's on the case and he's willing to go further than they were thinking of going or something like that. Because that's the only thing that's changed really since I've looked at this, was that Jack Smith's now in kind of calling the shots, or kind of in that position of deciding. The 11th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals revoked the need for a special master today. Was this just the law fixing the issues with Cannon injected into it, or did it have to do with Jack Smith? Okay. So I'm hearing case proven, and I'm seeing lots of like documents, like just papers. So I'm feeling like, but it's interesting because I'm feeling like Jack Smith had something to do with that. And so maybe he had something to do with writing what they wrote or whatever. So I feel like he did have something. It may not have been him, picking up the phone or being there, whatever. To me, it just feels like he had involvement. I'll just put it that way. He had his hand in the pie. I've got Luca up here, so if you hear a little bark every so often, he's up here. Can you see him? Wait, let me go this way. No, I can't see him. He's like directly behind me. Okay. Will the political landscape look... Luca, will the political landscape... There he is. You see him by the door? Dude, there he is. Luca, come here. Will the political landscape look different after Jack Smith is finished doing his thing? Or are we going to have more Mueller disappointment? Luca. And he does, Adam can say, thank you, Leslie. Adam can tell you, he does bark at spirits. He can sense them around. He's done it before. And he's barking at nothing. Stop it. Okay. So I'm getting through pictures, but also hearing it, that there's nobody to stand in the way this time. A lot of Mueller was people standing in the way, getting in the way, like Barr, getting in the way. People. Because and if you remember, he did indict a ton of people, and he did show collusion. You call it whatever you want, that they did show cooperation. He did prove what we all thought he would prove, but someone stood in the way, right? There's nobody to stand in the way this time. I just got that we're gonna witness. We all of us are gonna witness something that has never been seen before in history. So there's something about what we're about to move into with this stuff we've never seen before in our history. It's a showdown. It's a showdown. It's as if the way it feels to me is, and if you don't know, I get like pictures, I hear things, I feel a lot of things. I'm an empath, so I'll feel lots of stuff. But it feels like a showdown between people that want law and order and laws to matter and rules, and it's against people that don't want any of that. They just want free reign. They want everything to be, you get what you can get, and you're not held accountable, and you can do whatever you want. It's like those two camps are battling it out. And we always knew from like the beginning of this channel that Trump was going to go down fighting and angry, right? That's the way he's going to go down. So he's not, until he is put down, like the King Kong image, till he is put down, he is not going to stop. And by put down, I don't mean, a death or anything like that, for entertainment purposes only. But I mean put down as far as there is no more for you to do or say. You're done. You're done. But it is like it's like, to me, it comes across like a showdown between these two fractions of our country, basically. So it's very important. It's going to be very important, and it's going to have ripple effects for a long time to come. I didn't expect to get all of that out of that question, but when it comes, I just have to like let you know this is what I'm getting. This is exactly how it's coming across. Yeah. Okay. Come here. Trump is going down fighting. I mean, fighting. Maybe fighting too. Well, we know that's the truth. I mean, from all the rumors. Yes, you'll have a very full giant diaper. Okay. Yes. Okay. What's going to happen with the train wreck that is Herschel? I mean, well, first of all, I got in my my 2023 predictions that he would lose. That was going to be the first kind of David and Goliath, like kind of, that was going to be the first thing to kind of happen, right? That he was going to not win. But you kind of almost, I don't want to say feel sorry for him, but it's gotten to the point where it's kind of very uncomfortable and kind of pathetic and kind of sad. Thank you, Kanta Bosniak. Thank you. Yeah, it's gotten to that point where it's just like, it's cringy. It's very cringy. and the whole thing is just gross, how Lindsey Graham is there. It's just all icky. And I just want it to be over. I just want it to be over. So there you go. There is a financial narrative push in the media that America is headed into recession in 2023, but it doesn't really feel like that right now. What do you see? And you guys, I mean, just FYI, I don't feel like finances are my best thing. And I'm not sure why, if I'm not as connected to finance stuff, and that's why I don't, or money stuff, I'm not sure why. Lori's really good at finance stuff, but I'll give it my best go. But Lori, Way of Positive Change, she used to be like, do finances for like Fortune 500 companies and stuff like that. She's had a really interesting past in doing money predictions for people. So thank you, Joe Schmo. All right. So session in 2023. So real estate's coming up for some reason. So, so there may be something with the real estate coming up. And China's coming up. So China, there's something with China as well. So but recession, I'm not really getting recession. I'm asking specifically about that word, and I'm not really feeling like absolutely. I'm not getting that kind of feeling. So maybe it's still kind of like we're teetering or something, because it doesn't feel quite like, oh, that will never happen. It doesn't feel like that either. So I feel like some areas may show a sign of a recession, like clearly the real estate, something with that. And something with China. So I don't know what's going on with that. And maybe they'll have, how sometimes their issues affect everybody's issues. Whatever it is, I feel like there's a kind of a turning point. To me, it feels like late spring, early summer, that feels like things ease or get a little bit better. So maybe there'll be some teetering and stuff around, but it doesn't feel like full-blown recession. It just doesn't come across like that. And I'm not getting anything really strong enough to be like, absolutely not, or positively yes. But I'm getting something about the housing, about real estate, and I'm getting something about China. So, all right, that's the best I could do. I know the dog wants out. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pause just for a second. Hang on one second. Adam, you can talk about something. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Okay, hold on.
Die Hard, of course.
Okay. Alrighty. Sorry, everybody. I didn't want everything to. Okay. Sorry. I know, Laura. Sorry. Okay. What do you get on the topic of student loan forgiveness? The Fifth Circuit Court rejected Biden's plea to reinstate the program. I feel strongly he's going to do it. I don't know how it works. I'm very confused by our court system, to be honest, because it's like you think it's done and then it's like, oh no, now it's going to this court. Now it's going to this court. Now the Supreme Court has it. I mean, I know it works its way up, but sometimes it can be kind of wonky. I feel strongly that somehow he's going to do it. Somehow he is going to do it. I just heard he has a right to do it. So I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm getting. If anybody knows what that means, let me know. So often, I mean, I literally, you guys, I just go off what my guides say and I just go with it because I some of this stuff I have no idea. Oh, SCOTUS is going to review it. Well, yeah. Anyway, I just heard he has a right to do it. So, okay. All right. Thank you, Dan, artist painter. He's taking it to SCOTUS. Okay. WTF to yay. is happening to Ye. Okay, is his comeuppance coming soon? He's gone full anti-Semite and pro-Hitler. People are calling him Adolf Hitler, which is hilarious. So that's good. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing, and I don't even know if you guys watch movies like this, but Never Stop, Never Stopping with Andy Samberg. I'm seeing that movie, and I'm seeing, so what I think is happening is that nobody around him is willing to be honest with him. Nobody around him is willing to help him. No one around him is willing to tell him the truth about himself, that there needs to be an intervention, is what it feels like. And they're not, no one's doing that. No one's trying to do that. Because too many people are making money off of him. So they just lie to him. And I'm getting there's a, okay, I'm not a doctor and I can't diagnose him, obviously, but I'm getting a kind of a combination of paranoia, but also not being able to quite deal with the fact. I'm seeing Michael Jackson right now. Am I seeing Michael Jackson? Not being able to deal with the fact that his star is fading. You know, he's getting older, and he's kind of just, he's not really known for his music anymore, right? He's known for being this kind of bombastic weirdo. Okay, I think I know what this is. So, I think I know what this is. So, a long time ago, I saw a, this is how this stuff works for me, you guys. I have to, yeah, anyway, my guys are really good at getting me to get to where I need to go. But long time ago, there was a interview with Oprah, and she said that what destroyed, this is what she said, but I know this is where my guides are going, that what destroyed Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson was that they couldn't get past the fact that what they were was a phenomenon, and that was, it was a one-time thing, a one big thing. And then when it started to fade, they just kept trying to get back to that, to what they were. And that was what destroyed them, basically. You know, and it led to a lot of their vices and stuff. And I'm feeling like there might also be, and this is for entertainment purposes only, drug use, maybe, and things that are making it worse. You know, that he has for sure some issues and mental health issues, but he's doing stuff that's making it worse. And a lot of it is this, I want to be the center of everything again. And I want to be respected again, which is really weird, right? Because he's doing all of the opposite things that would say that. But that is kind of what he's chasing. At least that's how my guys are putting it. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. I'm not a doctor. Entertainment purposes only. Absolutely. I just listen to the crazy voices in my head. Okay, who's going to be Speaker of the House in 2023? Gosh, things are looking messy for McCarthy. Okay. I'll just say, you know, when I have seen him before, I always feel like you'll never be Speaker. That I've felt that for years. And to me, that just means it's not likely, and that it might be really, really difficult. He may be able to do it, right? Because even though I'm following the energy as like, this does not look like he is not respected. People don't like him. At least that's what I'm getting, is that he is not respected. People don't like him. And nobody, to me, it feels like both sides don't trust him for different reasons. The crazy MAGA people and the regular, whatever, less MAGA, they don't trust him. There's something about him they don't trust. He may be able to make enough promises and deals that he can squeak by, but it feels like nobody trusts him. So how do you go around making deals with people that don't trust you, right? I keep getting Steve Scalise, and I don't know why I keep getting him. I don't know if he'll actually be the speaker or if he's running for that, because I see him kind of the same way. Like, people don't really like him very much. It's confusing to me, and I think one reason is it's not completely decided. I think gosh, I can't say that definitively. It just does not feel like. I feel like there's another man. I don't know who is up. I know Steve Scalise is coming to mind, but I don't know if it's someone like him or if it actually is him. I feel like there's another man, though. I feel like there's another man that may get in. Let me just say this. If McCarthy gets in, it's going to be barely, and I don't think he'll be in long, because I don't see him in that position. So, but I don't know. Do you guys know any of the other people that they're thinking about? Yeah, Sheila's Stewart message is not McCarthy. Yeah, it doesn't feel like him. It feels like somebody else. Anyway, okay, I'm not gonna. If he gets in, it's gonna be for a very short time. It just doesn't feel like he can do the job, and I don't think anyone else thinks he can.
Andy Biggs, who is even worse.
Yeah, I don't think
Andy.
I don't think it would be Andy Biggs.
Yeah,
and I don't think it would be Jim Jordan.
No.
And they're all horrible. It's like, who is good? Nobody. There's nobody good. They're all horrible. All I can tell you, it's going to be somebody horrible. That's what I can tell you for sure. Yeah, exactly. But McCarthy, if he does squeak in, it'll be because he promised a lot of people a lot of stuff, and he will probably not be in very long. I just don't feel like he can do. I feel like he can't do the job. Okay. Speaking of sticky Jim Jordan, is Jim ever going to be shut up? If so, what will shut him up? Okay. I feel like there's some lawsuits coming up for him. To me, this feels old lawsuits, something about old lawsuits. There's also something about something about him fading to the background. So I feel like he may just become irrelevant. Because I feel a lot of lawsuits coming for some reason. To me, all his like demise has to do with like money, like losing money. It kind of like an Alex Jones in a way. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting with him, which is kind of weird. But it's almost like he fades into obscurity. He fades into the background. He doesn't matter anymore. Not that he matters now, but I mean, he's horrible and he has too much power for the kind of horrible person he is. So he's just going to kind of fade away. But I feel like he loses his money, like if he has money, but he's in like financial ruin because of some lawsuits. So yeah, that's kind of the long-term look at Jim Jordan.
I'm just curious. So HBO has picked up the George Clooney documentary about him and about the scandal that he was involved in, where he basically, kind of looked away when the people on his sports team were being abused by a coach. And so maybe that will have something to do with this, like picking up, and it may restart some lawsuits. Or
it did that for R. Kelly. That's what happened to him. They finally went after him after that. Maybe it's something like that, Adam. Maybe that is what it is.
I mean, Harvey Weinstein was untouchable.
Yeah,
and suddenly he's walking with a walker to make himself seem more sympathetic.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Biden's rented Secret Service cars burst into flames while they sat in a parking lot on Monday, just a day after he finished his Nantucket vacation. Well, WTF? I just heard faulty wiring, but that's weird if it's more than one car. I just heard it's fixed. So yeah, I so weird. So I'm not getting like it was the other 4 cars. Wait, somebody said something about recalls. What is going on? Just didn't do a recall. I don't know. I'm getting fault. Oh, wait. Oh, one car had faulty wiring and it spread the fire. Okay, thank you. So I got faulty wiring and it's fixed. It's fixed. Okay, there you go. Mystery solved. and I have to go with what I get. And even if it doesn't make sense to me, I'm like, what? How could it be faulty wiring in all the cars at the same time? But if it's spread, that okay. Oh, it's on the onion. Not true. I don't know. I'm getting I'm getting faulty wiring. It's fixed. So whatever that means. Okay, not true on the onion. Okay, well, that's what I got. You asked the question, that's what I got. It's my vetting. Adam's a terrible vetter.
No, I'm just it's in multiple places. I believe it So yeah, I mean, the answer that it was false wiring and then the fire spread makes sense. There's no need for more of a conspiracy theory than
Okay,
that.
that's all. I mean, I get what I get, and I just have to say it. I try not to. I try not to think too much. I just. Anyway.
I know that.
Okay. Okay, thanks, guys. Will anything happen to SCOTUS Alito? Will anything happen to SCOTUS Alito given the fact he may have leaked opinions and his relationship to donors to SCOTUS Foundation? Wait, what? Will anything happen to SCOTUS? To Alito, given the fact that he may have leaked opinions and relationship to donors to the SC Foundation, to the who's SC? What is SC?
Supreme Court Foundation.
Supreme Court Foundation. Okay. SCOTUS. He may have leaked opinions in his relationship to donors. Unfortunately, I don't really see anything coming of that. Nothing, at least nothing. It doesn't feel like anything, like charges or kicking him out or anything. It doesn't feel like anything like that. It's reputational, but they don't care. They clearly don't care. Because to me, it just feels like, what's kind of already happened. Just, we know they're corrupt. I mean, that's basically it. Or we know he's corrupt, that he's, and that he's lies, So to me, it doesn't feel more than reputation. And we know they don't care about that. But I'm not feeling anything else, at least not right now. Jill Greenberg, sentenced to 11 years in prison on sex crimes. How close is his pal Matt? The gates of hell now, a couple of steps closer. So when I've read on this before, I always get that somebody stood in the way of him getting, it reminds, I think I talked about this, but it reminded me of the Epstein thing, when that prosecutor got him this sweet deal, right? Kind of got in the way. And then that came out and then it came up. So it feels like it might be a little while, but I do feel like this is going to come out. I feel like something's going to come out in the press. Something's going to come out in the press, and I think that may start the ball rolling, because I feel like it almost feels like it's happening, like they're writing it right now, like something's happening. But I feel like something's going to come out about why they didn't prosecute him or why they didn't do what they were supposed to do. And that may start the ball rolling on getting him kind of to pay a price or to have some consequences. So I hope that makes sense. I know you hate crime questions, but will the University of killer be found soon? 3 young women and one of their boyfriends were stabbed to death. Yeah. I actually do feel like it will. I don't know if it'll be solved soon. To me, it feels soon, but I do feel like it will be solved. And again, I kind of, I don't usually do a lot of missing persons and that kind of stuff. It just feels icky. I do feel though, like I feel like it was more than one person, to be honest. And I feel like one of them knew at least one of them knew one of the girls. I feel like one of the girls. Could be like a stalkery thing or something. I don't know. It has kind of a like spying, like watching, spying. And I feel like they were like muzzled. Was there not any noise, or not something with noise, like nobody heard anything? Because I feel like they were something about muzzling or quiet, like putting, it's really icky. I'll tell you that. But that's what I'm getting. I don't really want to go into this because I just feel it's ick. But I do feel like they will get. To me, it feels like more than one person, unless they did the job of a bunch of people. But it just feels like more than one person. Oh, Katie's saying yes, no noise. Yeah, there's something about that I feel like they were like they were like either covered their mouths, or they were muffled, or something put over them or something. Two other roommates were there and they were asleep. Okay, yeah, I don't know really anything about this case. I just know that it happened and they were looking for somebody. Two girls who survived who heard nothing. Do you guys get the feeling it was more than one person? Because I do get that feeling like it was more than one person. But we can move on. But I don't want to go more into this because I just don't want to get like into it. Oh, can you give a wrench, Adam, to Patricia Franzino? She has excellent judgment when it comes to trolls, it sounds like. Usually Adam does. But maybe it's hard to do everything. Okay. Okay, all right. Oh, interesting, Connie B. I think it was like some kind of like rival, like house, that kind of thing, like fraternity or sorority or something. It could be. That's just what I want to get. And I don't want to go like, I feel like I could go a lot deeper, but I just don't want to do that like here, and it's icky and I don't want those like visuals and stuff. So a forensic astrologer said it was two people. Okay, so I'm not completely crazy for thinking, because I'm getting the feeling it was not just one person. Okay, is former oath keep, but you know what? When it's more, what have we learned from watching crime shows? When it's more than one person, they usually will catch them because somebody will talk. Can't always keep if it's one person, you can stay quiet, but a lot of people, it's hard for a lot of people to stay quiet. Stalking kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm getting. Or I just feel like a lot of watching. So it could be like a stalker thing. So Is former Oath Keeper and convicted felon Jessica Watkins working for the FBI as an informant? Well, I mean, I guess in a way, because it feels like she's giving. I feel like she is giving up everything. That's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, ratting on each other. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, it kind of just feels like she's giving anything she can give up, she's giving up. That's what I'm getting. What do you get for Liz Cheney now? How is her future shaping up? It's really interesting. She is like, what the feeling I'm getting, and it's just so strong. That's why I'm like, this is really interesting. She is like gunning for Trump. She will go down. She will go down, making him go down. She will do whatever it takes to make sure he is gone. So, and he is never, ever, in the White House again or near the White House again. I just feel like she is like hell bent. It's interesting because I feel like she's going to work in, say, an administration, but I feel like she's going to be. It's weird because I almost feel like she's working with Democrats. So I don't know if it's this White House, but I feel like she works in the administration. Yeah, I'm getting chills with that. So she's going to work in an administration. Yeah, I'm getting full of chills with that. So yeah, she's going to work. I'll just say in an administration. And to me, it feels like it has to do with like foreign affairs or foreign something. I don't think it's quite Secretary of State, but it could be like an ambassadorship or something like that. But it feels like with foreign countries. Democracy. I just heard democracy. So maybe because some kind of liaison to spread democracy or something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Oh, I said so she would work in the State Department. That could be. But it feels like, to me, it kind of feels like something with democracy. I just heard that. So, yeah, when we know she's passionate about that, right? So that makes sense. Yeah, Shelley, yes, I'm spitballing because I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure. I just have to kind of, and a lot of times when I'll just say something, I'll get chills. Like I'll hit and it'll be like, okay, oh, that's what it is. So, but I'm not getting completely quite sure what it is, but it just feels like something to do with foreign affairs and something to do with, well, I heard democracy, something to do with democracy. And yeah, anyway. Will Don Jr. and or Eric be indicted in the future? Let's find out. Or Eric be indicted in the future. I actually feel like, but I feel like it's related to business. It doesn't really feel like January 6th. It feels like it's related to business. So I actually feel like, it's going to get ugly for that family. I'm telling you, for entertainment purposes only, I'm telling you, it's going to get ugly in that family. Because I even feel like people like flipping on each other and not, it's going to get really kind of dicey and icky. But theirs, I feel like it's connected to business. And Don Jr., I've always felt something weird with that guy. I always felt like it may end differently for him, if you know what I mean. It just feels, something's, I don't know. I get a weird feeling. I've always gotten a weird feeling with him when it comes to like what will happen to Don Jr. It just does not feel good. Trump org, or it could be whatever. I mean, they have all kinds of sketchy businesses all over the place. So, yeah, Roxanne, maybe drugs. Anyway, what will happen to the terrible Florida judge, Liz Cannon? Her ruling on the special master just got nuked. Yeah. So Cannon, it's interesting. I feel like eventually there may be some kind of like, almost the equivalent of like a, what's it called? It's almost like a legal reprimand. It's like, but it's like in the record. So it's like it's there. But what is that called when it's? I can't think of it. They use it all the time with, when they did it to, Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, and it's just like, you were very bad. Or like a reprimand, but it's like you were very bad and sanction. Yeah, sanction. Yeah, it's something like that. Because I feel like it's official, but it's not like you lose your job. It's just like, this is on you. This is on your record. Everybody knows it now, and be ashamed of yourself. So censure. Yeah, censure. That's right. Yeah, I think she may get something to the equivalent of being censured. A slap on the wrist, basically. Kind of a nothing, but but something, at least it will show she was lame. Yes, thank you, Connie B. For entertainment purposes only. What does the future hold for Barron? It's interesting because I feel like he has like zero relationship with Trump. None. And I feel like he doesn't want to be around him. I actually feel like he may have maybe on the spectrum somewhere. I don't know if we've ever heard that before, but I mean, like I don't remember ever reading that about him or anything like that, but I feel like he might be on the spectrum a little bit. I actually feel like he may go into like computer sciences or something like that. I feel like he's really good at like computer things. I actually feel like he may go out of the country. Like he may leave the country eventually and like go study abroad or something, or go study somewhere else. I kind of feel like he tries to kind of lay low and kind of escape all this stuff. He doesn't feel like at all like the same kind of personality as like the rest of his family. He feels just different, and I feel like he's alone a lot. Like he has a lot of alone time. I don't know a lot about him, so I don't, you can, if you guys know this stuff, you can let me know, but I feel like he's kind of a gamer. Like he likes games and likes that kind of stuff, like kind of almost like typical of his age in a lot of ways, but I feel like he's actually smart and like understands computers really well. So that's what it kind of feels like. So but it feels like he goes a different way. It doesn't feel like he's going to get into trouble or start, do wheeling and dealing and stuff like that. He doesn't have that kind of, to me, he doesn't have, at least now he doesn't have that kind of personality, because apparently Don Jr. didn't at one point too, but he doesn't feel like that. He feels kind of different. And like he may go out of the country and just kind of try to distance himself from all of this. So that's what it feels like. Because they'll be in bad shape in a few years. So I could see that happening. Okay, so Ian McGrath thinks he's a nasty kid. And like I said, that's just what I feel like he's kind of typical in a way, as typical as, whatever he is, 16, 17-year-old. Gaming, alone, but alone a lot of alone. To me, I get him feeling kind of like a lonely kid. Anyway, that's all. He's just a kid right now. Yeah, maybe Asperger's. That kind of feels right, Lisa. Because I feel like he does have like a kind of obsessive about things. So yeah, I can see that. We're just diagnosing people on the internet right now. I'm sure it's fine. I think I've said entertainment purposes only enough. So more Trump dump. Will Tiffany Trump, will her marriage work out? Is she? I mean, she looks so thin at her wedding. I was like, is she pregnant? But it almost feels like a pregnancy will be coming like soon, or unless she's already pregnant. But I feel like they might have a kid pretty soon. So I don't know. That just came up. I feel like he's a little bit of like a, I feel like he, in a way, he kind of feels nerdy. I don't remember seeing him. I saw her standing with Trump at her. I did not like those colors. It was just in October. It was so weird, or whatever it was, November. Yeah, October. But he feels a little bit like he loves money. To be honest, he feels a very like materialistic. So I don't know if the marriage, it's a choice. I don't know if the marriage will last, but he does feel like he's kind of a workaholic, and he's kind of likes money, and he comes from money. Okay. But he does feel like kind of, he works a lot. He's gone a lot. He's very, he's materialistic. but he doesn't look like a player type, but he just feels like he's wrapped up in like business stuff and money. Yeah, money seems to be a big thing. That's one of the first things that came up. So I feel like she really, really wants it. You know, she'll really try hard. We'll see. I mean, honestly, you know, you have free will, right? If you both keep trying and keep trying, you know, maybe they can pull through. But it feels like they're not really that well suited to each other. They seem kind of different from each other. And I feel like they bicker a lot, argue. And he feels like he's a bit of a, well, I'm not going to say any more of it. I could go on and on, but I just feels like he's, yeah. I agree, Tiny. Seriously, yeah, who cares? But I think, yeah, I think she may or may not, you know. Yeah. Last question. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. Yeah, maybe Deanna. Maybe she does have some abandonment issues. I mean, her dad is. Ugh. Will Hakeem Jeffries ever hold the speaker's gavel? I just heard yes. So yes, I actually think he's going to do a really good job. Well, I think I told you guys when I was sitting there and I didn't know what was, I didn't heard anything and I just saw him and I heard he's in charge. And then I saw the whole thing about like he was up for this and maybe he'll do this. And I thought, yeah, it's going to be him. But to me, it feels like I heard yes. So, but I feel like he's going to do a really good job. And I feel like he's not going to be pushed around. I mean, he's really not going to be pushed around. I feel like everybody's really like glad it's him, will be supportive, will be behind him. And I also feel like he has, it's almost like he's willing to kind of let Nancy Pelosi mentor him because he has such respect for her. So I feel like he's, that's the thing with a lot of these Republican, know-it-alls that come in, they think they know everything. And so they're not willing to learn. And I feel like just the opposite from him. I feel like he's really trying to learn from the best and take what he learns from people and use it, put it to good use. So I think he's going to be great. Thank you, Truth. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. So I guess that's it. That's all she wrote. I think next week, actually, when we're on, I think that Cassie will be here. So maybe she can help me out. And she, yeah, I've linked and I have 17,000 subscribers. Yeah. And as you know, if you know, I try not to think of that stuff because I just put my head down and just read. And that's what I do. And the club, if you want to join the club, please do. We're going to start a movie club. It's a Wonderful Life is in December. So if you love that movie or if you just love, we'll be doing lots of hopefully fun Christmas stuff. And I do mini readings, personal questions on that in the club. So if you want to join the club, just hit the join button and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We have a book club in there. Yeah, just a lot of we do. It's a lot more spiritual, and we do a lot of conversations and that kind of stuff. So if you like that kind of stuff, please join us. We would love to have you. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, everybody. And I will name check now. And thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. And I also put up my 2023 predictions. So. And there were some weird ones in there where I was just like, I guess that's what's happening. So, okay. Yes. Thank you. Just visiting. Jan Lofness, Denise, 11 Schultz. Thank you. Pat Olson. Thank you. MSB, Craig Dixon, Deanna, Adam, thank you. Azalea, Cynthia Shepherd, Martha Spillman, Lily Rose, just visiting, Carol Gallagher, D Rose, Sandra, Connecticut, thank you. Craig Dixon, Connie B, thanks you guys so much for hanging out. Oh, how much is your club? It's $10 a month, and I added stuff, and I rarely change prices for anything, so that's what it is, and it's probably just going to stay that. And yeah, it just, and people have different tiers and stuff. I didn't want to do all that. If you know me, you know that I'm not complex. I don't like complicated stuff. So it's just one thing. You get everything, and you can pick and choose. It's month to month. So if you decide, oh, I want to do this month, but I don't want to do that, it's fine. It's totally fine. So anyway, thanks, Connie B. Sandra in Connecticut, Shelly S, Susan Bain, Sparky's in the club. Callie Sherry's in the club. Janice Conant, Michelle Hott, Hilda Flores, Sue F, Cheryl McLemore, Kevin's Loving Vibrations. Thank you, Kevin. Rainbows and Moonbeams. Thank you. Paisley. Thank you. Azalea, Carol Michael, Kindred Spirit, KD, T Barb, Annie C7, Roxanne M, Hilda Flores, Willow Silver Moon 29, Mariella Finnegan, K Travel Tarot, Leslie, Lucretia Valdez. Angel Wings, welcome. You'll have fun, or I hope you have fun. I think it's a fun club. So welcome to the club. It's called Intuit Club. That's what it's called. Tiny Dancer, Aiden. Hi, Aiden. Thank you so much for hanging out. Chris Wickens. And check out Aiden's channel, Aiden Reads Tarot. Chris Wickens, Spirit Rock, Dan Artist Painter. Thanks, Dan. Blue Eyes. Thank you. Mother 3 Gotcha. Peggy Getta. John of New. Thanks, hanging out, John. All the Santa Clauses. And John of New, check out his channel. Lama Bryant, Suzanne Stevens, Jamie Johnson, Perry Griffith. Oh, hi, Perry. Allison L. And Perry was just in our master class. She just graduated. Linda Sherrill, A-Lady, B-Leaf, Petty Harper, Sue F., Sharon Donnelly, Michelle Hyatt, Lily Rose, again. Goodbye. Susan Bain, Jodine Johnson, Susan Funes, Karen Conroy, thanks so much. Cheryl Nash McIsaac, Marie, Melbourne, Australia, hello. So many good readers in Australia. You've got Ellie there, you've got Dave there, you've got who else? There's a few. They're very good. Mama Jean, Noelle Douglas, Mountain Sunshine, Tom Dowse. That's the other guy you have there. And he's not a reader, but he's just like kind of a spiritual teacher. We've had him on a few times, but he's from there too. Okay, Denise L. Schultz, Sweetie Darling Lulu, Lawyer, Vernie 444, Prince Charming's mom, Sharon Donnelly, Steph S., Jamie Johnson. Sometimes I'll read people twice because I'm not sure where I am. Angel Wings, Sweetie Darling Lulu, Peace and Love 444, Cheryl McLemore. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Jennifer Taylor, Craig Dixon, Delilah Gillis, Mary Weinstein, Patricia Fenzino. Thanks so much. Liz L, Marie, Steph S, Azalea, Jess R, K Travel Tarot, Mountain Sunshine, Mary Fanyuf, Sweetie Darling Lulu, Liz L, Libby in Australia as well. I don't know Libby. Well, good. Well, thanks. Oh, Lena, that's the other one, Lena Rodriguez. Yeah, a lot of good readers in Australia. Don't know what it is about Australia, but there's a lot of good readers there, and I love their accents. Have a good night wherever you are, love and light. Thank you, Azalea. Oh, Rita Maldonado. Hi. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you guys soon. Thank you, Azalea. Thank you, Liz Al. Thank you, everybody. And I'll be putting up videos. I just did a video today with Kim, Debbie, and Danny Shay, and we talked all about Christmas stuff. But it was really fun. It was a really fun time. But it's on Kim's channel. I think she's got to edit it and then put it up. And I have something on tomorrow. I think I'm doing a live, or not tomorrow, Saturday. I'm doing a live with Astrology Alert, Andre, on his channel. So it should be fun. And then on the 6th, I think I'm having my Milu. So just letting you know what's coming up. Just see if anybody else wants to go. Oh, Aiden says ARC. Yeah, we did like a collab on his channel. That will be up in the next few weeks. Thank you, Aiden. All right. Delilah Gillis, Jamie Johnson, Aiden, Joe Schmo. Thank you so much. Yes, it'll be good to see Cassie soon. She'll be here next week. Next week? The end of next week, yeah. So, yeah, we're very, very happy to have her come home. So, and she'll be with her husband. So, fantastic. Mountain Sunshine. I know, I love Andre too. He's awesome. He's funny. He makes me laugh. He'll say the funniest things. All right, everybody, have a good night. I'll see you guys later. Have a good Friday, good weekend, and we'll see you later.